Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A Detroit man dies in a car crash. His family blaming the guardrail his car hit.
I wouldn't wish what I'm going through right now on my worst enemy.
A special defender's investigation revealing the potentially deadly hazard on our roads.
There was some rain, but not enough to stop the show as the downtown skyline was lit up tonight in spectacular fashion. Yeah, the weather wasn't perfect, but you won't hear anybody complaining about the Ford fireworks that were along the Detroit River tonight.
What a show, and while the showers are now moving out, another round is on its way. So let's check in with Andrew with what to expect overnight. Hi, Andrew.
Hey there, Karen and Jason. Well, as you mentioned, everything came together so nicely this evening. Yes, there were a few sprinkles and light showers right over downtown Detroit, right around 9 p.m. as scheduled. Also as scheduled, they moved on out. Now, there are a couple of showers that are lingering here off to our west. There is another wave coming, but it's not very big. So no huge wave, just a few spritz and sprinkles out there for widely scattered showers as we go through the rest of the night. Around Tecumseh, there's a light shower. You can see some shower activity, a big spin in the atmosphere here over Lake Michigan. That's going to travel to our north and east, but any development here, which is very small, will provide a few very widely scattered showers between now and about 1 a.m. So roads remaining mostly dry as we go over the next few hours as people head back home from the fireworks. 67 degrees currently, and we go into the low 60s later tonight. Humidity's up there at 90%, but it gets more comfortable by morning with lower humidity. We'll talk about that, your forecast for tomorrow, and the rest of the week straight ahead.
All right, Andrew. Well, for so many families, the Ford fireworks is always the biggest party of the summer, and there's no better spot to watch than on Belle Isle.
And that is where our own Mara McDonald is live tonight. Mara, thousands packed the island to take in tonight's show.
They sure did, and we may have gotten just a tad bit soggy out here, Karen, but otherwise it was a spectacular evening. Take a look. The show may be why everybody comes, but everything leading up to it is just as important. Many families spend all day on Belle Isle.
I love it here because I grew up here. I'm 34 years old, and this is all I know.
The kids spend the afternoon and the evening playing or prevailing on Detroit firefighters to let them put on their turnout gear while their parents visit.
It is so delicious. This is so... You want to bite?
And enjoy what has become so much more than a hot dog on a grill.
Well, I got sausage here. I got fish frying over here, okra. They done just about cleaned out everything else, but we had shrimp on the stick, fried shrimp, lamb chops.
You have lamb chops?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Al preps for fireworks night for hours. Everything was marinated, cleaned, and ready to go.
Well, my grandma started me coming here when I was just a little guy. So just to try to keep the family tradition going since she passed in 1998, you know, we come out every year.
While there may have been some quick showers, it didn't dampen the crowd or the show. MSP had to shut the bridge down to cars because they hit their 3,000 limit. Back here live, take a look. Do you notice something? That's right, the island is clear. MSP has already moved all the traffic off the island. There's no backup on here tonight. Police also telling us that they had no problems to report, no arrests, no issues. As a matter of fact, we even saw one lieutenant save a baby bird who fell out of his nest. He put him back up in the tree. We're live on Belle Isle. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Well, that's very important, but mostly important here, Mara, how were the lamb chops?
I didn't have any lamb chops. I didn't have anything. People, it was hard too. People were like, "Hey, try this, try that." I'm like, "Oh, can't do it." But yeah, I was tempted sorely.
What a fun night. We appreciate. Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you very much, Mara. And if you weren't on Belle Isle, the other great view is Hart Plaza in downtown Detroit.
And that's where we sent Tim Pamplin tonight to take in the show. Hey, Tim.
Well, what a show that was, folks. Now leaving Hart Plaza, trying to figure out where they left their cars and make the slow drive home. And Mother Nature provided a little bit of drama. About 9 o'clock, only lasted about 15 minutes, but said umbrellas inside out and families scrambling.
I was trying to scramble to get the kids' jackets because it's going to get cold and they're going to get wet.
But all that was soon forgotten. The looks on the faces, young and old, enjoying this fireworks spectacular along the river here. I'm looking forward to celebrating this as one of you very soon. That's the scene in Hart Plaza tonight with the night camp. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim, a little nod there from the night camp to his upcoming American citizenship that he's just achieved, and we welcome you, big guy. If you missed any part of that spectacular fireworks show, by the way, we're posting the whole thing on clickondetroit.com. You'll find it right there on our homepage.
Breaking news out of Grosse Pointe Farms tonight. The school board there has just voted on which schools will close. Heading into tonight, these 4 schools were all on the chopping block. So let's get right to Jermont Terry. Jermont, what was the vote?
Well, Karen, the vote just came down just 2 minutes ago, and they have opted to close Trumbull and Pompard schools here in the Grosse Pointe school system. You can see that parents have just walking out, following all this long school board meeting, which started at 7 o'clock, and here it is in the 11 o'clock hour. People are just leaving. As you know, this has been a contentious decision and or debate in this Grosse Pointe community. People did not want any schools to close, but when it was all said and done, a new issue came up tonight before the board made its vote, and that centered around civil rights and racial equality. Before the board decided to vote to announce which schools would close, they heard from an invited guest of the superintendent. The executive director of the Michigan Department of Civil Rights presented his findings about the racial and civil rights implications any school closing could have on the minority students in Grosse Pointe schools.
I think that the questions that were raised and the comments that were raised serious concerns about whether their process was fair, inclusive, and transparent.
Dr. Augustine Aruba suggested the board table the decision.
You want to get it over so you can go to the next agenda item. I understand that.
A sentiment echoed by parents.
Process is to have any integrity whatsoever. You can't vote for any of the scenarios.
One board member even went as far to demand the board not vote Monday night.
Until such time as we can review his report and come up with a better plan that does not tear apart our community.
Again, a very tough decision by the school board tonight, but that decision just coming down moments ago. The decision is to shut down 2 elementary schools. Those schools are Trumbull and Pompard, which is located in Harper Woods, which is still a part of the Grosse Park community. They also voted tonight to reconfigure the schooling altogether. The elementary schools will now consider between K through 4th, and the 5th grade will now be part of the junior high school. This school board meeting is still going on. We're going to try to catch up with the school board president and other school board members and have an update for you coming up on the morning news. For now, reporting live with breaking news in Grosse Pointe, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, thank you very much, Jermont. Feel hard for those families. Any kind of change like that is tough for families.
Yeah, very good schools there, too. Well, switching gears, no one expected Michigan to be in the College World Series, but they are now in it and 1 win away from pay dirt.
They are, and they are, and
I was surprised.
Well, the last time that they had a shot at a national championship, as a matter of fact, won a national championship, was 1962. And as you just heard, they are now a game away from that elusive title tonight in Omaha. They beat Vanderbilt 7-4 to win the first game of the best-of-3 series. Jimmy Kerr slammed a 2-run home run in the 7th to give Michigan some breathing room.
The 0-2 to Kerr. This ball is lifted high and deep to right. And it is gone. Jimmy Kerr goes deep again.
That's his 15th of the season. Michigan wins it 7-4. You'll hear from the players coming up in sports later. And don't forget also Weekend at Bernie's. See you soon.
Sounds
like
good.
it. Yep.
Thank you, Bernie.
Okay, big win.
Coming up.
Some people do it, some don't. For some, it's the law when you walk in the door.
New tonight, live researchers say you could be putting your health at risk if you don't take your shoes off at home.
2 Oakland County businesses targeted by thieves, what they got away with, all within 60 minutes.
But first, you drive past them all the time, but do you know about the growing concern?
A guardrail pierced her car and she was killed instantly.
A special defender's investigation, next.
Tomorrow at 5, your cell phone is filled with viruses. No, it hasn't been hacked. We're talking about germs. So what's the best way to clean it? Help Me Hank is here to find out.
All right, swab number 1. Boom.
These products promise results.
Makes screen 99.9% clean.
But some can be pricey.
This is basically like putting your phone into a tanning booth.